Thank you for joining us for American Medicine Today, brought to you by the Bonati Spine Institute. I'm Kimberly Brummel. Here with me, I have executive producer Ethan Euchre and world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. Alfred Bonati. Before the break, we have patient Angelo Sapia still on the line from Pennsylvania. Apparently, when he was either 18 or 20 years old, he was working on a chair, and he accidentally stood up or caught the edge of an air conditioning system that was actually above him at the time.
It hurt me hearing that, because I can picture it happening.
Yeah,
like
just goosebumps and ouch.
Nasty.
But not only did he whack himself, cut himself, but he broke, I think, the facets. Mm-hmm. And they were saying it's in the area of like L5S1, really difficult area. He sought out some of the top doctors. They were talking about truly invasive procedures like cages, different things. And just to kind of ramp up, when he was, I believe, 45.
So he lived with this pain
for 20
some odd years.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when he sought out another doctor, they were talking to him about implementing screws and plates into his back. So why don't you take it from there, Angelo?
Oh, okay. So let's see. So I had the operation, and then I had the problem, and I went back to the doctor, and he said it was scar tissue. So then he sent me off for treatments to get, I asked him, well, okay, scar tissue, so what do we do? Mm-hmm. And because evidently he didn't tell me about it, but now that I know, I need to know what do we do for to rectify the problem.
Correct.
And he said he's going to send me for some blocks, shots, like cortisone shots.
Correct. Yeah.
And I said, oh, okay. And it's great. And he said, yeah, he says, sometimes they take the pain away for a while. Sometimes some people take it away for good. Everybody's different, blah, blah, blah.
Which, Angelo, those, and Kimberly, correct me if I'm wrong, cortisone, and even Doc can maybe chime in, cortisone shots are not good for you, right? They're
Correct.
Steroids. Aren't they bad for your liver and things like that? I know, I've heard about it in the animal world that it's not good for dogs to have cortisone shots. Can you elaborate on that, Doc, at all?
Prolonged use.
Yeah, we are animals.
No.
Well, I know that.
So anytime that they react something on animals, they react the same on us.
Yeah, so they're not good for you, and they're not a long-term solution to pain.
No, they decrease the strength of the ligaments. They create osteoporosis. They swell up, they retain fluid, they make your weight go up. One injection for corticosteroids will increase your weight around 5 pounds. It will take around a year to lose it.
Holy cow.
And then affect other things. If you abuse that one, you can have some septic necrosis on the bones, preferably on the hip joints, or you can develop some cataracts. I mean, it's not something that you can use every day like popcorn.
Right.
But isn't that kind of what they were doing to you, Angelo?
Well, no, they would give me a shot, and then they and he would. They really gave you no instruction. They would give you the shot, and he'd call you the next day and say, "How you good? How you doing?" And I'd say, "Oh, the pain's much better." Right. And it would last. For the first one, lasted about a month.
Right.
I was pretty much pain free, and I was very happy. I was thinking this was my solution.
Right.
Well, after the month, pain came back. So I called them back, and they said, well, come and get another shot. I said, oh, okay, cool. So I went back and got another shot.
Right.
This time it lasted for about 4 weeks. Then I went back and got another shot when that ended, and that one lasted about 3 weeks.
So less and less time.
And then I went back for another shot, and they told me, oh, you can't have any more.
Right.
I said, what do you mean I can't have any more? They said, well, you're only allowed 3 a year.
Oh, wow.
And I said, excuse me? I said, what am I going to do for the next 9 months?
Right.
I mean, this is not an answer.
Unbelievable.
So I felt again, I lost again. So I couldn't get any more shots. So they said, well, how about to try lysis of adhesion? And this is a whole other process where they go up inside of you with saline solution and spray the scar tissue and supposedly break it up, because this is what everybody's believing, is that it's scar tissue.
Right.
Including myself. I mean, I don't know any better. I'm not a doctor. I'm taking the word of these world-renowned people, It's like, okay. Needless to say, I don't take a lot of doctors' words anymore.
Correct. How did you end up finding Dr. Bonati?
Yeah, Angelo, how did you
that was just it.
Okay, there you go. So how did you find out about Dr. Bonati, and what led you to seek him out?
Okay. The truth is, I called the Laser Spine Institute because I happened to see the advertisement on a plane in a book.
Right.
Okay.
And I called them and I talked to them, and they told me all this stuff about what they could do. And they said, send us your X-rays and your MRIs. And I'm reaching for anything at this point. I'm
Correct.
in pain. I can't hardly move.
Right.
So I send it to them. And they call me back and say, yeah, they can help me. And all I got to do is give them $30,000 up front.
Oh, that's it?
And I said, excuse me.
Wow.
And I said, how do you? I said, 30,000? I said, don't you just work with my insurance company? She says, no. She says, we'll take the 30,000 and then we'll work with the insurance company, and whatever we get back, we'll send you. And I said, so what does it end up costing me? She said, typically between $5,000 and $15,000. I said, that's my cost? I said, wow. I said, okay. Well, I mean, if that's all there is, I might just have to do it.
Right.
And I said, is there any other places that work with insurance? She says, well, there's a couple that I know of. She says, but you don't want to go there because they have a lot of failures and we have to take care of it. She she said, especially at the Bonati Institute.
What a joke. And
And I said, really? And I said, what's the other one? She says, I don't want to tell you. She says, I don't want to say anymore. And so the only thing I heard out of the whole conversation was Bonati Institute.
Right.
stuck in your
So
head.
what happened?
Bad-mouthing them, and I know they work with insurance according to what she's saying. So
Right.
regardless of what she says, I'm going to give them a call.
Right.
So I did,
What happened?
and when I talked to them, they said, well, we need you to send us your X-rays and MRIs and all that. And I said, well, they're actually down the street at Laser Spine Institute.
Right.
And they said, well, when you get them back, then just send them to us. And that's what I did. And then after they checked everything, they called me back and said, yeah, well, Dr. Bonati says it was going to take 2 to 3 procedures, and it will cost you $1,000 per procedure.
Right.
And I said, really? I said, that's great. I said, how soon can I get in? And I scheduled that quick.
What was it like from the time that you actually stepped foot in the facility and then through the surgery?
Oh, it was an eye-opening experience. I mean, I'm very familiar with hospitals. I work in laboratories as my job, and I walked. I was impressed with everything. I mean, there wasn't anything I wasn't impressed with. Everything seemed to be a first-class operation, and people seemed to know what they're doing. They were caring. They were nice. I couldn't ask for anything better.
So tell us about the actual procedure, Angelo, and how.
Okay. So anyway,
Okay.
we started the. They scheduled me for the procedure. Well, first I come in, I do blood work and a bunch of stuff, and then I see Dr. Bonati, and he goes over the game plan of what we're going to do, which is like most surgeons don't even let you in on what they're going to do.
Right.
Yeah.
He actually kind of explains it in layman terms so where I could understand it easily. And so basically we're going to take scar tissue out. That was what it was.
Okay.
And he said, well, where's your pain? And we started on the right side. And I said, well, I got pain in the front of the leg, the front of the thigh. He said, well, we'll go to L3. We'll go there. And so now I was awake for a lot of this.
Which you're supposed to be, by the way.
Oh, I know. But I mean, I was awake for a lot of this while it was just, to me, I had never, it's quite an experience. I mean, if you've never done that before, you're in for a surprise. It's kind of different.
Now, I'm told, Angelo, that near the end of the procedure, you were asked to do something that you didn't think you'd be able to do.
Oh yeah. Well, not just that. He did. He basically I believe he went and cleaned all the scar tissue from L3 down to the sacrum. In that during that procedure. I'm not 100% sure because I couldn't see. It was all done behind my back, so to speak. So. But and you keep watching a monitor while he's doing it. You basically watch the same monitor I believe he does.
Sure.
Angelo, let me ask you, at the very end, when they asked you to get up and walk around, did you think that was going to be possible following the procedure?
No, you don't. First off, you don't think it's possible to be awake while somebody's working on your back.
Exactly.
So you were able to get up and walk around immediately, still in the operating room.
You got to remember when I was wheelchaired into this in 2006. I was in really bad shape. I couldn't stand for more than 15, 20 seconds. I had to fly there by using wheelchairs on and off the planes by how the service they provide. I mean, it was
Right.
bad.
Wow.
And when he did the right side, I was able to stand on my right foot for a day and a half or however long I needed to.
Wow, that's amazing.
I still couldn't do it on the left, though. The left was still sore. And turned out that on the next operation, he discovered he had to take the screw out because it was in the way. And so he took it out, and it was crooked. He had said it was kind of slanted or crooked,
Right.
or in wrong, or something like that. And he had taken it. He took it out, and when he started to take it out, I started kind of screaming.
Aw.
And he says, "What?" He says, "You should have no pain. There's no nerves in your bone," or something to that effect. That's what I kind of remember. I was pretty out of it. And I said, "I don't care. I still have pain." And then he looked closer, and he found that the screw threads were evidently against the nerve. So I think he might have retracted something, and then he started to unscrew it, and then he says, "Do you feel the pain now?" And I said, "No." And he took it out. And looking back on it, it was comical. But trust me, it wasn't comical when it was happening.
Right.
Well, Angelo, we're almost out of time. Take us to right now. How are you feeling today? Are you good?
Well,
You
today
pain-free?
I actually went back, and I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. I got a little pain this morning, but I mean, I've had 4 surgeries in the last 8 days, so
Right.
you know, I expect to have some pain.
Sure.
And before I left, I didn't get I should have got a second. I had one shot before I left, and I should have probably got another one before I left, but I didn't.
Right.
So that's probably why I'm really feeling the pain.
But you were back for something else than the previous surgery.
absolutely.
Yes, just to clarify.
Well, actually, I was kind of back because of the fusion.
Right.
The first fusion is what I'm told is after you have one fusion, the levels above or below will
Right.
break apart again. And it's kind of like a vicious cycle, and you keep
Right.
fusing that, and then you'll have the next level, and so forth and
Correct.
so on. And if you do it this way, the way that I believe Dr. Bonati has done it, I don't believe that to happen again.
Well, Angelo, Dr. Bonati
I'm
is
no
here. If you,
expert. He's right there.
He is.
Dr.
He's right here if you want to say.
Dr. Bonati's right here. If you'd like to say something to him, Angelo.
Hi, Doc.
Hey, Chief, what's going on with you now? What's that pain that you're talking about? What is the pain?
Surgery pain.
Oh, okay. Well, surgical pain. We don't do miracles. We just dig a little cuts there.
No, because they said they said maybe I should get another epidural before I left, and he says because you might blow up or inflame or something. And I was like that. I had the pain, almost the exact same pain I had, and then once I sat down and rested and iced it down, it all went away.
Okay.
But I think it was because of all the travel.
Yeah, don't play football for the next 2 weeks.
All right. Well, Angelo, we appreciate you joining us on American Medicine Today, and stay in touch, and hopefully you will continue to live pain-free, my friend.
Oh, I hope so.
I'll give you a call in a couple of days just to be sure that this thing is going away and that you're okay.
Okay, thanks, Doc.
All right. See you, Angelo.
Thanks so much, Doctor.
Thanks a lot, Angelo.
Thank you for being here, Angelo.
Have a great day.
No, my pleasure.
All right.
Well, you are listening to American Medicine Today on News Radio 970 WFLA. Coming up, we have medical expert Dr. James Pinkney of Diamond Physicians regarding how to curb youth sports injuries. We'll be back after the break. Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonati created, perfected, and patented the Bonati spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonati invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonati spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonati succeeds where others fail.
This is the first time that I am pain-free after 18 years, and it's just wonderful. I love it.
Phenomenal results, no pain whatsoever.
My pain is virtually gone. Nothing short of a miracle.
Those surgeries gave me my life back.
Already I feel like a new person.
I'm going home new. I can chase my grandbaby now, I can garden, I can cook, and I'm really thrilled. The outcome's been remarkable.
I feel 100% better.
It's like a miracle.
It was phenomenal. It literally did change my life.
I was in a wheelchair at that time and I left here walking.
Every single pain that I had when I came here is gone.
I'm ready to go home and feel great. This place is great. Thank you.
Everything that they said they would do, they have done, and I'm very, very satisfied and happy with those results.
I knew in surgery, in fact I told the surgeon when he relieved the pain off the nerve.
The pain is gone. I'm feeling wonderful.
I have no pain. I feel better than I felt in 4 years from the surgery. It was almost immediate relief.
Today I am totally pain-free, which is just amazing. It's fantastic.
It definitely works. I mean, I really don't know what else to tell you. I'm happy.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonati created, perfected, and patented the Bonati spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonati invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonati spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonati succeeds where others fail.